Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Megan if you're new here. This is actually a really good video if you are new here to stumble on, because I'm doing a little Q&A get to know me video. So right now I'm in the middle of doing VLOGMAS, which if you're not familiar with VLOGMAS, it's 25 days of video uploads. So it's been a bit crazy, but I'm realizing that if you're finding my channel for the first time, it might be like a bit chaotic because it's just like day-to-day life. So I thought I would do a little like Q&A video so that if you are stumbling or if you are new, you can get to know me a little bit, and then that way it's easier to tune into the video. So I got some basic questions from online of like a get to know me situation. So I'm gonna kind of like go through them, and then hopefully by the end of this you have an idea of like who I am. But like I said, I'm Megan. I'm 32 years old. Right now I'm living in Ontario, Canada, so for all my Canadian gals out there. And I am married to my husband Daniel. We got married in August. We actually recently just got back from our honeymoon in Spain, which was so fun. So both of those vlogs, like the wedding as well as the honeymoon, are up on my channel if you want to check those out. We have a dog, a 2-year-old Nova Scotia duck tolling retriever named Abel. Yeah, so that's kind of like the quick intro to me. But I'm gonna go through these questions. There's no like particular order of them, but I'll just kind of like share my answers. So the first one was, what do I do for work? So I do a little bit of everything. I would say like my full-time role is I work at a digital health company. I work remotely and I work in communications. So I work on different health initiatives, marketing materials, any type of like communication assets. Typically it's a lot of writing, so tons of like one-pagers, proposals, like communication plans, social media posts, like social media strategies, different assets for different teams within the organization, so very like communications heavy. I also have a digital marketing business focused on branding and web design. It's called Mint and Poppy. I started that business back in 2018, so it's been a while now. But yeah, really focused on working with small businesses on elevating their brand, elevating their website. Again, all that information is below if you're a business owner and you're interested in checking out. But my new baby and my, I would say like passion project, not so much job, is Daily Well. And again, I'll have it linked below. You can check it out, but it is a wellness brand, a wellness community, a wellness platform. And it's really this space online to bring people together who are interested in all things health and wellness. So I have been on a very long journey of health and wellness. If you've watched this vlog, you know. If you follow me on Instagram, you know. I've come a long way with really prioritizing my health, my wellness, and just like setting those boundaries in my life to do things that make me feel good, and that is involved in my sleep patterns, the people I spend my time with, my alcohol consumption, the foods that I'm eating, how I'm moving my body, just like how I'm conserving my energy, taking part in different like alternative wellness like rituals, modalities, whatever you want to call it. So it's been a long journey for me, and I'm so passionate about that area. So Daily Well is very much so like a reflection of that, and I host events. So I've so far this year I started like the brand itself like officially. It launched in October, but it was kind of like in creation before that. But yeah, we've hosted 3 events so far this year, which have been incredible to bring different women together. I have so many ideas for 2023 with the brand, so you can check it out. There's going to be some merch coming. But yeah, it's just like all things wellness. So again, like really focused on like community events, bringing people together to like educate, like bring connection, do some movement together. I think that's so powerful. But also just like daily tips, like a peek into like my life. So yeah, that's kind of like in a nutshell what I do for work. And then obviously I have YouTube here, but I'm not at a stage where I'm like monetizing or anything, hopefully yet. Hopefully soon. But yeah, so I definitely try and take YouTube very seriously. I'm very passionate about it. I've like consumed YouTube forever, so stay tuned. Relationship status, I kind of answered this one already, but I'm married. I'm 32 years old. I'm married to my husband Daniel. We've been married since August. We got engaged in 2021, I think. Yeah, May 2021. And we've been together for 5.5 years. And yeah, we met at Oktoberfest. So if you're from like the Kitchener-Waterloo surrounding areas, you've probably heard that we have like a big, it's like a German festival, like it's called Oktoberfest. And I went right up to him and I had no idea who he was. I definitely had some liquid courage in me, but I just like went right up to him and I introduced myself and like asked him for his number. And yeah, so ladies out there, don't feel like you can't make the move if you don't want to, or if you want to. Yeah, so that's kind of like how we met, and then just like hit it off, continued to date, and now we are married and we have a little pup here. Okay, how do I like spending my time outside of work? So I think like I kind of answered this in the what I do for work, because technically I do a lot of things. So a lot of those things, even though they're not traditional 9-to-5 things, take up a lot of my time. But I would say for the most part, like when I'm not working or I'm not like creating content and doing work like that, I enjoy getting together with my friends. I have like a core group of like 4 girls that are like my best friends. They live in this area or like pretty close. So I definitely try and like prioritize spending time with them and like getting together with them, whether that's like going out for dinner, like going to one of our houses, or just like catching up over a walk. Like that's really important to me. Daniel and I like to prioritize like regular date nights, so like going out for dinner, going to the movies. We do a lot of outdoor related things, so especially having Abel, he's a high energy, like active working dog. So we definitely like going on hikes. I'm just grabbing my coffee before it gets cold. So yeah, very outdoorsy. But yeah, anything like spa related too. I definitely love getting like facials or different types of treatments. And I don't know if this would be like considered in this bucket, but I am obviously like, speaking of the health and wellness side of things, I do a lot of different types of fitness classes. So I go to like a HIIT class, I go to Pilates classes, I go to spin classes, I do regular like workouts. I go to saunas and cold plunges quite a bit. So anything like in that kind of realm, I absolutely love. And yeah, I think that's it. So the next question is my family dynamics. So I have 2 sisters, Sophia and Paige. Again, if you're familiar with this vlog, you would have seen them throughout the years featured in it. My parents, I also have like I have a real dad and a stepdad, and both are amazing. My stepdad is incredible. I've been with him since I was a baby, and he is just like a dad to me. Both my real dad and my stepdad walked me down the aisle. I had first dances with both of them. They're both so special to me. So that is kind of like my family dynamic, I think, if you were asking that. Where do I live? So a little bit of background on this. I have always grown up in the Kitchener area, so we lived here. This is like where I met Daniel and everything. We lived together here, and then when the pandemic hit, we decided like we both work online, why not like take advantage of it, and we decided to move out west. So we moved to Victoria in British Columbia, and we just packed up our car. So basically we packed up our entire home, we put it in storage, and we just packed up our SUV and drove it across the country with Abel, and we lived there for a year. We absolutely loved it. Like the lifestyle out there, like everything was just like incredible. Like being close to the water, being on the island itself is like so much more like quiet and quaint. Like we had the most like incredible time. It's like memories I will cherish forever. We got engaged there. So that is where we lived. Then when we got engaged, we planned to have our wedding here back in Ontario because everyone is here. And we actually ended up having the wedding in my parents' backyard. So we chose to come home like months before the wedding because we wanted to obviously prepare and get everything ready. So we moved home in April, and we're actually right now living with my parents in their home. So like the home that I grew up in. My sisters also live here too because during the pandemic, everything for them schooling wise went online, and then there was like no reason for them to like have their places and like going, since they weren't like actually going to classes. And then my parents actually live out west because my dad is a pilot and he is based out west. So my parents come back and forth. They're actually home right now for the holidays. But yeah, so that is where we live right now. Going into the new year, we're having conversations of like, do we want to stay here in Ontario or do we want to go out west? And we're struggling with the decision because we're having conversations about having kids, or at least trying, fingers crossed that all goes okay. But we're trying to like understand or like decide and reflect on like where we would want to have kids. Like, do we have kids here being close to family and friends, but yet we don't necessarily love the lifestyle of Ontario? Or do we move out west where we like love the lifestyle and what it has to offer, but we would be far away from family and friends? Because even though my parents live out west right now, they don't live on the island, and they won't be there forever because my dad is retiring next year. So yeah, just like right now we're kind of in limbo, just living at my parents' house, which is weird for 32 years old, but I'm so grateful that they have the space and that they've like welcomed us in and we're able to be here, because not everyone has that luxury. So I'm not complaining by any means. I'm very happy while we're able to like make this decision. Okay, what activities am I into and what are some things that energize me? I think I kind of answered this already, but I'm very much into things that make me feel good. So I like to do different things. I'm extroverted, so I like to put myself out there. I like to try new things. I like to meet new people, and I'm very much like into the wellness space right now. So I like to try things like, for instance, right now I'm very into like sauna and cold plunging, like hosting these events where we talk about things that might feel uncomfortable, like your limiting beliefs, or like stories that you tell yourself, or like reframing or like your overall mindset. So I really enjoy things like that. And I really like things like meditation and, you know, full moon rituals and journaling and being outside in nature, like going for hikes. Like I just really like things that make me feel good, like make my soul feel good. So yeah, hopefully that made sense. How do you like to start and end your day? So I have a very specific morning routine. I actually think it's in a video that I just posted yesterday or the day before, so you'll actually see that. But my morning routine is basically I wake up, I try to wake up for 7, that's my goal, and I don't look at my phone for the first like 45 to 60 minutes of the day. So basically I get up, I go upstairs, I boil some water for warm lemon water that I always have every single morning. Then I meditate right away, and I use the Superhuman app. So I'll just like pick a meditation based off like how I'm feeling. I'll meditate, then I journal, and then I usually read a couple pages. Right now I'm reading like 101 essays that will change the way you think, I think it's called. And they're basically just like little essays. So I'll read an essay every morning. And then basically from there, I'll just like see if I want to like pull any cards, or if I'm like done my morning routine at that point. I'll go on my phone at that point, and I'll kind of just like address any things that like need to be addressed, whether it's like a DM or like a quick email. Then we will wake up Abel and we will make a big breakfast, and then we go and take him for a walk. And then when we get back for the walk, I will like start to get ready, and then I get into my day. So that's like my morning routine. And then in terms of ending the day, it's obviously different every day, because like sometimes I'll have like a workout in the evening, or I'll have like plans with someone. But one thing that I always need to do is I always need to have a peppermint or a calm tea, so like an herbal tea. I need to have a piece of dark chocolate, and I like to just like unwind by myself, like in bed, just like watching some YouTube. It's like very much like me time. It's like sacred time just for me to recharge, and that's what I like to do. So that gets done every single night. And then obviously like the typical like skincare, like shower, get ready for bed type of thing. But that's for sure how I like to like end my day. And I always read. I have a Kindle. I read for at least half an hour in bed, like to officially put me to sleep. Okay, goals for 2023. So where do I begin? No, I'm very like type A, very a very like organized, like masculine energy person. So goals are like right up my alley. I'm actually like doing my goals for 2023 over the Christmas break. That's when I always do it, because I'm always off work and it's just like me time. So I don't fully have them all like written out, but I can say like for some high level is I'm hopeful that I will be pregnant. So that is a goal for 2023, but obviously I don't want to like fully get my hopes up, because you never know. But that is a hope, a goal, a dream for me in 2023. A bigger goal is to like have somewhere for Daniel and I to live and like feel happy with that decision. So whether that's here out west, but the style of home itself, like I want to feel very at home. Like my environment impacts me a lot, and I'm really into right now like my big vision, which I don't think it's going to be next year, but my big vision is like I want a farm property. Like I want like an older property that we can remodel, that's like on a piece of land where we can have like a garden and like chickens and like animals and stuff like that. I don't know, I'm just like, that's the vision I have for my future, and I don't think that's going to be next year, but moving into that goal is just like getting things ready for that. I'm excited to grow Daily Well. I really want to host like more events, and I want to host a retreat. So whether that's a local like weekend retreat or it's like somewhere else, like that's going to be a big goal for 2023, is hosting something like that. And yeah, in terms of like mini goals, I want to continue working on my health. So I want to be like cutting back alcohol even more. So right now I only drink on like very big like special occasions. So for example, like Christmas is coming up, so I'm gonna have like a glass of wine and stuff with dinner, like maybe my birthday and stuff, but like maybe even cutting that out altogether. I want to really get good with my diet, so cutting out things that have crappy ingredients, like different oils, like canola oils and everything. And I'm like, I want to be more strict with like the way I'm eating and like what I'm putting in my body. But it takes a lot of work. So that's going to be a goal, to like really refine that. I have like money goals, obviously. Like I want to put away a certain amount of savings and stuff. And I want to attend a retreat. I don't know if I said that like a couple minutes ago, but I want to attend, whether it's like a yoga retreat or like a women's retreat or something. So I want to be like an attendee to that. So how would I rate 2022? I don't know. I think like pretty good. We had a crazy year. Like we lived in Victoria, BC. We moved back home. We got married. We had our honeymoon. We moved here. I switched jobs. I started to take YouTube seriously. Launched Daily Well. Daniel started his business. Like we did a lot in 2022. So I would rate 2022 very high, very good. It was a very good year. It was a very happy year. I feel like it's the year that I feel like I have settled into me. I feel like it's the year that I've changed my behaviors, my thoughts, my patterns. Like I've set boundaries, I've set non-negotiables, I've created like routines and rituals that work for me. I've learned to say no. I'm like prioritizing my energy. I'm doing things for me that like make me feel really good, and therefore like that just feels good in general. Like I have like optimal energy. So I would say 2022 was a very good year for us, for me. So 10 out of 10. Okay, the last one is like bucket list items, which I feel like in this whole Q&A I've kind of like mentioned things, but let me see. I feel like all my bucket list items like are always travel related. So it's like I really want to go to like Southeast Asia and like explore that part of the world. I've never been. I'm like, I would love to go to Australia. I guess like a bucket list item would be to like move and live out west at some point in my life, whether that's sooner or later. But yeah, I don't have any like crazy, I don't know, maybe I'm like thinking of it differently, but I think of bucket list items as like I want to skydive or something like that, and I don't have anything like that. Well, yeah, I think that's it. Oh, I guess like, I don't know if this is a goal or a bucket list item, but like launching like my YouTube career, like getting to a position where I am like paid for it would be like absolutely incredible, because I am obsessed with YouTube. So that would be amazing. And yeah, I don't know, I think that's it. Anyways, I'm gonna wrap up this video. Thumbs up if you liked it. Don't forget to subscribe. But yeah, I just really wanted to like share something to get to know me as a person, because I feel like if you stumble along Vlogmas, it's like a chaotic time to, you know, join the fam and really like get to know me, because so much is going on. But yeah, I just wanted to share like a little bit about me. If you relate to me in any way, like let me know, drop something in the comments. But yeah, otherwise that is it for today's video. Happy Vlogmas, and I'll see you guys in my next video.